I can upload, I can share with you guys. Okay.
Okay.
I can record it. I can give you the link. First of all, you can see my screen or not with the name of Untitled Whiteboard. If yes, can you please do, confirm it?
Yes, it is. It is visible.
Okay, cool enough. So guys, if you're noting everything, so can you bring your notebooks and no, I can give you some time and you can try to bring your notebooks and all because which is a combination of theoretical, but sometimes I for understanding the particular theoretical things and I can go with the coding as well. And but for safety side, what you can do, you can try to maintain the notes and all. You can note it, or else even I can share you this particular link and all, or else I can share you this particular recording, and you can go through one more time the same recording also. Okay, it's up to you how you can manage your style of learning. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
See, this is like it's a complete statistics for machine learning with Python. Actually, that is a module name. The module name is what? It's a complete statistics for ML using Python. Okay, with Python. So that is fine. Within this particular modules and within this particular complete statistics for ML. So what I would like to deliver you. The first thing is that it's the introduction to statistics. So I would like to confirm it. Is there anyone know about the statistics before this particular session? If you say, if you already know it, can you please, respond it? Introduction to statistics. This is the module number one. Second module is types of data. So guys, please note this all stuff actually. Okay. So because everything might be I can use the whiteboard to this particular statistics and all, so it might be getting some kind of delay. I mean, I have to write everything right, so it will take some time, so that by the time instead of wasting of your time, then you can also write it. Okay, clear?
Okay.
Types of data and data collection. This is the data collection. So this is the second number, module number two, and third module from the complete statistics, and which is the descriptive statistic. Descriptive statistics, and module number four, which is data visualization techniques. Data visualization technique. So in generally for data visualization, we can do Tableau or Power BI and other stuff, right? Okay. So there, whatever the techniques we are going to be using, the same techniques also we would like to go for using with help of the Python. And module number five, which is the probability. Probability. Okay. And are you following or not?
Yes.
Okay. So okay. So probability. Next module number six, which is inferential statistics. What it is? Inferential statistics. Module number seven, hypothesis testing. hypothesis testing. And module number 8, correlation. Okay, correlation and covariance. Next, regression analysis. Regression analysis. So some advanced concepts like chi-square testing and chi-square testing, ANOVA, and multicollinearity. Okay, this whole stuff we can able to learn in the last module, which is chi-square testing, ANOVA, jet test, or p-test, and all. Okay, jet test and t-test and feature selections, and this all stuff we would like to be learn it. And the last and but not least, which is statistics in machine learning workflow, ML workflow. Okay, so this stuff we would like to be learn this particular complete statistics for ML with a Python module, or this particular exclusive to Python, and as well as we are going to be using the Python, for ML, and of course, and while you are doing some kind of model building and all, or model feature selection and all, so definitely we would like to go for using the, this set particular, statistics only. Okay, clear, right? You might be thinking like how this particular machine learning workflow it will be. So if you really understood that the necessity of learning of statistics, okay, so you can definitely understood that yes, we should definitely go for understanding this entire stuff. Otherwise, there is no point to discussion and all, right? Okay, see, for understanding for the necessity of the statistics in machine learning, it's a purely depending on your ML actually. So I would like to tell you like the steps for ML flow. For example, any if you want to build any machine learning model, we have to follow some kind of steps, right? When you're following some kind of steps, we might be required some of the statistical concepts. So we might be use these statistics while you're building the ML models and all. So at what stage, what are the statistical concepts we need to be use it? Okay, that is fine. The first thing is that when we start building any ML model or any machine learning model, the first step is data collection. What is the first step? Data collection. Of course, as a ML engineer or else a engineer, we always work with the data. So, as for the use case, as for the business requirement, we need to collect the corresponding data. That is the first number actually, data collection or data ingestion. Okay. For data collection, and what are the concepts we might be using in the data collection stage? The first one is the sampling techniques. See, I would like to tell you what are the sampling techniques or population or data types and all. Okay, sampling or population. Okay, these are the concepts we might be use it. Population and data types and all. Data types and all. This is the statistical concepts we might be important when we are doing the data collection. As a second step, and data cleaning is important. See, whatever the data you collected, which is the raw data, okay, which it might be contains the everything. So we don't some of the data it might be important, some of the data it might not important for your use case. Okay, so that particular situation, we definitely do the data cleaning. Okay, so if you want to do the data cleaning or uh, data mugging and all, so we might be using the concepts are handling the missing values, handling handling missing values. Okay, this is the concepts. and uh, outlier detection. Outlier detection, you don't worry what is outlier, what how we can detect and all. Definitely within this particular complete statistics module, we definitely learn all actually. Okay, outlier detection with help of box plots or else IQ or interquartile range. Okay, so you might be use these terms actually in our upcoming sessions. And before we start those particular stuff only, I'm just telling you like the importance or necessity of the statistics in machine learning. Okay, clear? The first step is, if whether it is a machine learning, whether it is a deep learning, whether it is a generative, whatever it is, as per your requirement, the first step is we need to collect the data. If you want to collect the data, so these are the concepts we might be use it. And after you collecting the data, we have to do some kind of data transformation, that we can call it as the data cleaning and all. So for that one, we are going to be using the handling the missing values or else outlier detections and all. For that one, we are going to be using the box plot and IQ or interquartile range or statistical concepts. Okay. And the third steps within the machine learning, which is exploratory data analysis. Please mute your systems, guys. Okay. Yeah, exploratory data analysis. EDA means, what is EDA? Hmm?
Exploratory data analysis.
Exploratory data analysis. So in this particular step, we are going to be using the descriptive statistics. I think in the course modules, I already show you descriptive statistics and all, right? And correlations and distributions and all, probability distributions and all, distributions. This kind of concepts we might be use it within this particular exploratory data analysis. After you did some kind of data exploratory, after you did the EDA, okay, then what we have to do, we have to select the important features, so that we can call it as the feature selection. Within this particular feature selection step, then we have to use the chi-square, okay, chi-square, ANOVA, z-test, t-test, okay, z-test and t-test, and you know correlation heat map. These are all stuff we would like to go for use it within this particular feature selection. Okay. And the fifth step is model building. So after you selected the important features, and you have data as well, and so you might have the use case, then of course we need to go for building the model. For building the model, we have to go for using the regression analysis. If it is the regression kind of stuff, then we can go ahead with the regression analysis, or probability distributions and all. Probability distributions. Okay. These are all stuffs. It could be a model building actually. Okay. And after you build the model, after you build the model, and make sure that we need to validate that particular model or not. That we can call it as the model evaluation. Model evaluation. So we need to go for we need to go for evaluate whether your model is a valid model or not. For that one, we can use the model accuracy, okay, and precision. So it depends upon problem statement. Like if it is a classification, we have to go for using the model validation matrices. Different, okay. It could be accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score, F1 score, okay, ROC, AUC, ROC, AUC curve, and R square, and different stuff like so these are all model validation techniques. So with help of this model evaluation techniques, then we can able to finalize your model. Before we finalize the model, we have to go with model validation. Model evaluation, model validation. Model evaluation, we can use the matrices to evaluate your model. Once model is evaluated and you feel that it's a good model only, but whatever the model you or evaluated, that model we need to be validated with help of various concepts, which is hypothesis testing and confidence intervals. So with help of this one, we can do the model validation steps. I hope you understood, different stages of machine learning. Okay, machine learning workflow, and we need to go for using the statistical concepts only. Okay, I hope you understood the importance of the statistics. Is there any question, guys? I hope you understood, right? What is the necessity of learning the statistics before we start understanding the machine learning and all? Yes or no?
Yeah, Anjan.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let if you want to take this particular, um, if you want to note it in your notes and all, then we can do it actually. I can wait for you some time. Done?
Yeah, it's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Just 1 second, guys. Just 1 second.
Uh,
If it is done, please let me know.
Hello, Hanna.
Yes,
Data transformation concepts sorted.
so that we can part of the data cleaning.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So now let's start with the, I already told you, right? So there we do have various modules and all: introduction to statistics, type of data and data collection, descriptive statistics, data visualization, and probability, inferential statistics, hypothesis testing, correlation, regression analysis, and various statistical tests for feature selection and all, right? So let's talk one after one. Okay, let's talk about one after one. Okay. The first is introduction to statistics. Guys, please head side heading. Introduction to statistics. So it is pretty important even if you try to be attending the interviews and all. So definitely, you have to face this kind of questions and all. Okay. So my first question is like, in if you want to try to understand that, statistics and all, first we need to go for understand what exactly the statistics. What is statistics? Can anybody share your opinion on statistics? What is statistics?
So in my opinion, like we will compare the data from last, any time period, but generally take 3 to 5 years. They will say the trend
Yeah.
to make a proper decisions.
Hmm. Okay. So of course, it's a statistics is, you can share your opinion in a different ways actually. Okay. So I just want to talk about, my opinion on what exactly the statistics. Basically, this particular statistics, it could help you. Okay. It could help you to understand the data. What is the use? What exactly the statistics will do? It help you to understand the data. The data, it could be anything, and you can do some kind of decisions as well. So after you understood some kind of data, and we can make the decisions as well, right? We can make the decisions, okay, based on your data. I hope you understood or not. based on data. So statistics means it's a very simple thing. And with help of statistics, we can understand the data as well as we can make the decisions on your based on your data. Okay. So if you want to understand the data, or if you want to, take the decisions, in when simple thing actually. So I can tell you that exact definition of the statistics. So it's a basically it could help you for collecting the data as per your requirement. Okay, collecting the data. Okay. Second one is whatever the data you are collected, that we need to be organized in a proper format. Okay. Organizing organizing the data. After you are organized your data, then we have to do some kind of analysis, and you have to do some kind of analysis. That means analyzing the data. After you analyzing the data, okay, then we have to do some kind of interpreting. So like we need to, after you analyzing the data, we have to do some interpretation of this particular data actually. Okay, interpreting the data. After you're interpreting, then we have to present it. Okay, then you have to be present your data, presenting the data. So this all steps, it's a part of the statistics, guys. Statistics means it could help you to understand the data to make the decision. If you want to understand the data, if you want to make the decision, first we need to collect the data, and whatever the data you collected, that we need to be organize the data. Then we have to start analyzing the data and do some kind of interpretation, and what exactly the data is doing, and then we have to present to the stakeholders and all this all stuff. We can say that it's a statistics. Is it clear? Okay. So I already show you, the statistics everywhere in a machine learning actually. So if you, in a machine learning, without statistics, we can't even see single step. Am I right or not? So the ML workflow I already show you, and within this particular ML flow, and so have you seen without any statistics concepts? Whatever the modules I already mentioned you before we start those things, and every model which is a part of the ML flow or not. Okay. So
Yes.
in machine learning, statistics, it could help you for understanding the data, or in terms of feature selection. So that means selecting the important features and all, and then model evaluation and understanding the probability distribution and all. We would like to go for using the statistics only. Okay. Let's take some example actually for more understanding the statistics. Let's take an example. The example is, so if we have the data of students, okay, let's consider if we have, okay, the data of students, okay, and students marks actually, student marks in a class, okay. And so how the statistics will help you actually. Okay, statistics, it could help us know about you know what is the average, what is average what is the average marks within the class. And next one is how the marks was spreading, how the marks is spreading. For example, in your class, and some of the students were getting the high score, some of the students are getting less score, and most of the students are getting in the median range, right? So, and we want to understand how the data is spreading, how the data it was distributed. So that also we can analyze with help of statistic concept, that we can say that in the spreading your marks and all. And is there any pattern is following, and pattern within the data. Okay, so pattern in the data. So this all stuff we can easily understood with help of statistics actually. Is it clear?
Yes,
And
sir.
so yep, when we the why a statistics, I think this particular question you already know about. I hope you understood what is statistics. Statistics is very simple, collecting and collecting, organizing, analyzing, interpreting, and presenting the data. That's it. For that, you just go on any kind of problem statement. This steps we have to be followed. That exactly the statistic. So why statistics? Why statistics? I think for this particular question, I already answer you. The second stuff like wherever we go in a machine learning. So of course, we are going to be using the statistics only for doing exploratory data analysis and data presentation. Okay, if you want to data presenting, okay, and model building machine learning models and all, okay, and model evaluation. Okay, so wherever we go within this particular ML flow, we are going to be using, right? Okay, so exploratory data analysis means it's very simple, guys. It's just to understand the data. Exploratory data analysis means understand the data. Okay, data presenting means like, sorry, it's data pre-processing. Yeah, sorry, it's my mistake. Data pre-processing. Data pre-processing means handling the missing values, handling the missing values and outliers. Is there any kind of abnormal data is there? And so next one is model building. Model building means applying ML algorithms and use some kind of statistical principles and all. Okay, and so model evaluation means you already know that precision, F1 score, or recall, AUC, ROC curve. These are the different statistical matrices, so we can use it to evaluate your model whether it is performing well or not. Okay, so these all steps, statistics is pretty important. I hope you clear this particular question. So what is statistics you understood, and why statistics you understood, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now let's go with the next thing is that after you understood like what is statistics and why a statistics, then we need to know what are the types of statistics we have it. Side heading. Types of statistics. When coming to these types of statistics, there are majorly two types of statistics. What are those? The first one is descriptive statistics. Second one is inferential statistics. Inferential statistics. Okay. So, like, what exactly the descriptive statistics? Hmm? What exactly the descriptive statistics? So, descriptive statistics, it could help you to summarize the data. So, you might have data and all, right? So, we need to do some kind of summarization and like how the data it was spreading and all. We need to describe the features. Descriptive statistics, it could help you describe the features means your variables, your data within the your features like inputs, your variables and all. Okay, descriptive, um, describe the features of the data set. Okay, like examples like when we seen like mean and mode and median. So if you see this kind of stuff, that it could be the descriptive statistics only. Okay, so summarizing the data or describing the data, we can use the descriptive statistics. But when coming to the inferential statistics, it could help you make the make the predictions, make the predictions or take the decisions. Okay, make the predictions or make the decisions. And whenever I'm explaining the different definition of the statistics, here I mention you like two things: help to understand the data and make the decision based on the data. There is two things I mentioned, right? Okay, so these two things, two different statistics will do. Descriptive statistics, it could help you to understand the data. Inferential statistics, it could help you to make the decisions, that means make the predictions of the data. Clear? So for that, we are going to be using the hypothesis testing or confidential intervals, confidence intervals. Okay. So these are the things we can able to do it actually. Okay. In a simple way, what I can do, I can take that purpose of for example, descriptive statistics. Noted this thing actually, descriptive, and what about inferential? Inferential, right? So these are the two different statistics, and so aspects. What is the purpose of it? Okay. Okay. So first one is purpose. Okay, purpose. What is the purpose of the descriptive statistics? You already know it could help you for describe the data. The purpose of the statistics is describe the data. And what about inferential statistics? We can take the make the predictions. Make the predictions. For that, we can use the descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. And next one is just one second, guys. Techniques. What are the techniques we can able to use it? What are the techniques? When you want to describe the data, we would like to go for using the mean, median, mode. I can tell you this all the things actually, charts and graphs and all, so that we can call it as the charts. Okay, these are the techniques we can use it, like box plot, or pie chart, or different charts we can use it. And the next one is for inferential statistics to make the prediction. Then we can use the hypothesis, or regression kind of stuffs. We can use it. And next one is data usage, data usage. So what data we can use it? If you want to describe the data, so we might require the entire data set, entire data set. Entire data set. When we are doing entire data set, that what is mean that it's you're going to be using the population. Okay. And coming to the inferential, so we need to take the sample from the population. Sample from population. We are not working directly on the population because it's a huge population data we might have it. So it's very tough to do some kind of model building and all, or make the predictions and all with the population data. That's the reason we would like to go for using the sample data only. For descriptive statistics, we are not doing any kind of model training and all. So that we are just doing some kind of data understanding. So for that one, we are going to be using some kind of statistical techniques like mean, median, mode, charts and all. So for that one, we are going to be using the population concepts. Okay. See, when we are talking about yeah, if you want to note this one, please note it, guys. Please note it. Done.
Done,
Yes or
Anand.
no? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So when we are talking about the statistics, so we must be, we need to get this kind of terminologies, statistical terms. So far, what are the statistical terms I have used? The first one is population. What does mean that population? What is mean that population?
The number, right? So
A whole group or a whole
whole
data.
group, yeah.
Whole data you are studying, okay, or you are applying, you are studying, okay. So studying means just analyzing and all, okay. And next one is sample. Sample means what? For example, this is your whole data, okay. This is your whole data that we can call it as the population, okay. Within this one, we're taking some small amount of data from the population that we can call it as the sample, okay. Sample means what? It's a part of the population. It's a part of the population. And use it to, what is the use of it? Use it to represent the population. So it's a very, I already told you, right? Population is a, um, it's um, it's a huge amount of data. So that's the reason what we can do with the help of the population, we can represent it. Okay. And third term, we might be use parameters. Have used parameters ever? In recent years you might be getting this kind of things. How many parameters are there? How many, right? Parameters means what? It's like, it could measurables actually, okay. It's a measurables or characteristics of what? Population. So for example, you have the this is your population. I want to find the mean of the population. I want to find the mean of the population. Then this particular mean is the parameter, because this mean is talking about population, okay. Same way I have the sample data, and here also I can able to find the mean, but this particular mean which belongs to the sample data, so that is the reason we can call it as the statistic, okay. So let's talk about statistic. The fourth term is statistic. Stick. Statistics is different. Statistic is different. Statistic means which is the same, like, measurable of characteristics of mean. Sorry, sample. Okay, measurable characteristics of sample data, that we can call it as the statistic. And when we are doing characteristics of the population, that it could be the parameters. Okay, sample means it's just representing some, your population with help of small amount of data, that we can call it as the sample. And we are representing entire data, that we can call it as the a population. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear or not?
Clear.
Yeah.
See guys, so this particular statistics, we are going to be using the Python programming language. So that's the reason definitely we should, we required the uh, some of the libraries. So what are the libraries we need to go for use it? And I would like to tell you guys, just 1 second. Let me share my screen. You can see my screen, right? Okay. So guys, I'm going to be using for this particular sessions and all, I think, you know, which is a Visual Studio Code. And this particular statistics also we need to go for using the Visual Studio Code only. Okay. And so I would like to go for creating statistics. Yeah. I'm going to opening the folder is statistics folder. So within this particular folder only, I would like to go for hold everything. Okay. I hope you can see my screen, right? Whatever you can see, that is my Visual Studio Code. Are you guys are getting or not? Cesar, no.
Yeah, yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. So guys, when we start working with any new project and all, I already told you, must be required the your environments, your virtual environment, right? So because we might be working every project, it might be using different versions of the Python. Okay. So might be your project also, it might be different version. So always we can't use the same version for all the projects, right? Okay. So that's the reason what I can do. I would like to go for creating the virtual environment for this particular statistics. Okay, even I have various virtual environment. Even I have already therefore my IDE Python IDE, but I'm going to be using my own virtual environment. So that is a good practice before we start any project. Okay, so there in virtual environment we are going to be specifying that what a Python version we are going to be using it. Okay. What is the command for creating the virtual environment in Python? Anybody? Hmm?
Not sure, Rajat.
Okay, so you just open your terminal, or else you just go for where you want to be, go for create your projects and all. Okay, so once if you go there, then we can use the command is Python. Okay, yeah. So Python followed by -m virtual in. This is the command for creating the virtual environment. So this virtual environment name is statistic virtual env. So see, I have created the one folder, right? Dot statistics underscore virtual environment. Am I clear or not? So this is how you can able to create it. Okay, this is how we can able to create the virtual environment. But you created a virtual environment, but you're not activated actually. So before we start working with this particular virtual environment, then what we should do actually, we need to be activated. So how we can able to activate? So very simple thing. And wherever the folder you are there and your virtual environment, you just go there and we need to give that path dot slash dot or dot slash and your virtual environment name, and there we do have a script, and activate is there. With help of this one we can activate, and the UI will be changed. See, so far we might be see like no PS mean PowerShell, and some folder you some path we have it right now. Whenever you click on it, so you might be see this kind of stuff actually. Whenever you see this particular thing, that means you are in the virtual environment. Okay, you are in virtual environment. Let's see. I would like to go with I would like to go with creating the. I would like to go with creating one particular file, and the name of the file is, for example, what is the file? It's introduction to statistics or libraries. I would like to import some of the libraries. Okay, introduction to statistics .py. Okay, so within this particular my py file, I would like to go with importing some of the important libraries. For example, NumPy, and import Pandas. Okay, and import Matplotlib. Okay, as py plot. And so this kind of stuff I want to be go for import. Okay, you can save it and you can try to run your introduction to stats. Might be this is our application, or this is your code. Within your code we need to go for using some of the important libraries. Okay, so far I'm not doing anything, just I'm going to be importing some of the libraries. Just you can able to print if all libraries are imported successfully. Imported all libraries or modules successfully. Okay, so this is the print statement you can able to display whenever this statements 1 2 3 statements were executed successfully. Okay, how we can able to run this particular introduction to statistics? See, currently if you want to see that what are the files are there, so there are the two files are there. One is virtual environment, you already activated. Now you're in virtual environment, and from this particular virtual environment I would like to run this particular Python file. Okay, so if you want to run any Python file, we can use the Python, and we can give it like an introduction, I mean your file name. Okay, so then what happened we'll see. So which indicating that your models are not import NumPy model, NumPy is it is not installed successfully. I mean, and which is not there, the NumPy which is not there, which is a predefined, which is not a predefined, which is semi predefined. So that means from internet we need to download and install it, right? Okay, so for that one we can use the command is like pip is the command, pip install NumPy. Okay, see, we're going to be installing the NumPy. So this is how we can able to install that packages into your environment. Once if you're successfully installed, then we can able to use corresponding libraries. If you're not installed, if your package was not there, then we can't use it actually. Okay. Yeah. So now let's see, again, we can run the same code. This time we are getting one more error. The error is Pandas is not there. Previously, NumPy is not there. Now Pandas is not there. See, it might be in our application or when you are building some kind of code and all, we might be go for using thousands of libraries. So it's a bit tough to install each and everything by manually, right? Okay. So that's the reason what I can do. We would like to go for create the one requirements.txt file, requirements.txt file. So within this particular requirements.txt file, you just specify what are the libraries you want to go for install it. NumPy, Pandas, even you can specify the version also. Matplotlib. Okay. So these are the different versions, I mean libraries you want to go over and install it in my application. So after you are saved your requirements.txt file, then how we can able to install it? So if I do that, pip install requirements, we will get some kind of error. So for that one, we can use the pip install -r indicating that it's a requirements.txt a file. -r requirements.txt. So whenever you are, running this entire file, that means whatever the libraries or modules you are mentioned inside of the requirements.txt file, that all files it could be installing in short. See how crazy it is, right? You don't need to be installed one after one. So you can specify all the requirements, and even you can create this. You might be thinking, even Anjan, how should I create each and every library I would like to go for specify, right? One thing, either you're implementing, you can able to specify your library in the requirements.txt, or else after implementing also, before we are doing in a production and all, so we might be use the freeze command. So with help of the freeze command, we can able to whatever the libraries we are using inside of your application, that all library names, it could be directly writing into the requirements.txt file. That is a crazy thing actually. Okay. Yeah. This is how you can able to install all the libraries we required for your project or application. Once you're done, matplotlib.pyplot. Okay. Okay. See, previously there could be some kind of we are not getting this kind of pop-up last time because it's not installed. Now it's installed so that we can able to see that actually. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so let's go for run your introduction to statistics Python file. Whether you're getting imported imported all libraries modules successfully or not. Okay. So the statement, fourth statement was executed successfully. Just wait a minute. If you're facing any error, it will be thrown an error actually. If it is not thrown an error, so definitely you can able to see that, print statement. That means your program was successfully done actually. Okay. So you can able to import your necessity libraries in your application or in your project. Okay. So this is how we can able to see. This is how we can able to import libraries into your project, and this is how we can able to add the libraries to your virtual environment. So within this particular virtual environment only, this NumPy Pandas Matplotlib has been there. You might be see how where it is available. There we can have the lib, and within this particular lib we can see that NumPy, Pandas. You can see, right, previously these other things are not there. Okay, I hope you understood where it is. Will be go for it. Okay. Yeah, guys, that's for today's session. I hope you really understood this particular class, and if you really understood, then I'm good for that. And so tomorrow also we can continue the statistics class only as a second concept. Okay. Any question, guys?
No, just I'm good.
I hope
Yeah, and yeah,
Yep, yep.
I have a question on this. How would we know that for a particular environment, this library has to be installed for particular element? How we are getting to know that?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
No, for example, if we are using working on some environment, this particular library needs to be installed. So how we would know that the
See,
particular
so
library is necessary for this
okay,
environment?
okay. See, it's not necessary to your environment. Okay, so the libraries which is necessity for your project. Okay, if the project is need your if your project need your library, that library you need to be add to your environment. Okay. So when you're building one particular application or project, that time we are doing some kind of research for implementing the code and all, right? That time we require some of the libraries. That library which is there in your virtual environment or not, we have to check it out at. If it is not there, your responsibility as a programmer, your responsibility to add your library to your environment. Okay. So as for environment, like currently my environment is Python 3.10. I'm using Python 3.10. So whatever the libraries it could be support. I mean, for example, you want to use the NumPy. In NumPy, there are multiple versions are there. Some of the versions it can be supports the Python 3.10. Some of the versions it might not supports the Python 3.10. Okay, so that particular situation, the NumPy, we need to go for official website for the NumPy, and so what are the versions are there? Which version is supported for which Python IDE or which Python version? So the corresponding library we need to be installed. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
It's all no, it's all you need to do some kind of research before we build. Yep. I hope you clear.
Okay, then.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much for
Yeah.
your time. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye. Take care.
Thank you.